Welcome to episode 18, Smiling in Retirement. Hmm. I'm Dean. I'm a retired middle school science teacher and a former STEM teacher, and now emerging into the next step. It's been over 2 years since I've been in the classroom, and I felt I needed this channel to continue my classroom, but really it was my way of trying to give something back and finding my new relevance. That's going to come back in a bit. But first, thank you for being here. I am honored that you're here, and it's just fun to go through and push this out there, and the comments are so heartwarming. Thank you so much. It's been a couple weeks. I took some time away from the camera. During that time, I had my birthday, a ton of incredibly warm birthday wishes. Thank you to all, and I thank you. Thanked those during the time. It wasn't a big decade birthday, so I didn't have a big party, but it turned out just right. Thank you, Owen. And then from there, we went to the lake with friends, Dan, Rhonda, and Jonas, and hung out at the lake for the 4th of July. And it's time to be back, and it's time to put the next video out there. So it really hit me as I was trying to pick and select each week or each episode what was out there that this has really, the retirement side is a big deal. And I have 5 things that I've kind of wrapped my head around for me that align with the fish philosophy. Help me find my smiles and share my smiles during retirement because it is a big transition, but a beautiful transition. Number one is relevance. I heard it used in this way. I've heard people say you got to find your purpose. What is your purpose? And then I heard it on a video, Rob and Allie. I've got theirs right here. They have many channels. They're easy to listen to. They are fabulous. And one of the things that they talked about early retirement is there is people and your relevance. And teaching was my relevance. I was very proud to be a teacher. I love teaching, and I'm not kidding. And people think it's crazy, but most days I would go to school and it's like I get to teach today. And I'm not exaggerating. And I could never understand those few teachers that were grumpy and the cloud and the sky is falling. It's just like, okay, go away. We're gonna have fun. Well, my relevance was teaching and connecting with my students. That has come full circle, graduation episode. And my class that I was most connected with has graduated. And I've got a couple more years of 3 more years, excuse me, of students as they filter through the system. But if I went back to my school now, they would not know who I am. And it was like, darn it, I before when I walked down the hallway, I was saying hi and the kids were saying hi, and that relevance is real. And then stepping back, the next transition and relevance, you want everybody wants relevance. Everybody wants to be relevant. My relevance at school was connecting with kids, and I love technology. So I use my long commute to listen to podcasts and then apply it. And that was gone. Now it's filtering and pointing in a different direction. I'm not saying I've found it all yet, um, but I'm learning different skills and I'm connecting with different people, and I still have some of those core things that I connect with. And relevance isn't. just a job title. It's who you are. And I was hinging it more on my job title. I am no longer a teacher. That's long gone. But now my relevance is being defined in a different way, and part of it is this channel. So relevance is number one on the list, and recognizing it so you can find your retirement smiles. Number two, time. While working full time, I was always, it's like, oh, if I only had more time, I would do this. If I had more time, I would do that. If I had more. And now the time is here. It fills up pretty regular, pretty fast, but you've gotta be use it judiciously. Ah, that came out all right. And what I mean by that is you just can't do everything. And then all of a sudden, using your time so it puts a smile on your face and puts a smile on the people's face you're with, regardless if it's a duty or a task. But that time is so valuable, and you realize time is the most valuable thing you have now than retirement. It is time has been the most valuable thing my whole life, but time is so valuable and I want to embrace it each day. And it so makes me how I want to use it, and this is connected to my relevance. I think back a very fond memory for me. If my grandpa was going to town and I would hop in the car and we would just talk, Blue Earth or Elmore. And he would stop at the grocery store and pick up a six-pack of Pepsi and Hostess Ho-Hos. And we would run our errands. And the pop was warm. And in the summer, the Ho-Hos would get gooey. And those things in current time, I really don't like hot pop at all. But I was with my grandpa and he was taking the time to take me along his day to observe. And then everything, there was a little lesson involved. But he always brought it back to me. And I cherished doing those things. Or I cherished doing those things. Fast forward, I want to spend and utilize my time. And this is Darla and our mindset is to be spontaneous, to be ready, but not to be impulsive. And that's a fine line. And also to watch out for the FOMO, fear of missing out, because we have five kids and balancing that. But I want to use that time. And I'm very thankful to use that time because I've gotten to see just about all of Ethan and Owen's events in some way, shape, or form, digital, in person, video. And I never had a chance to do that because of my work hours. And I am thankful for that. We have a new grandchild in the family. And, taking the time to go down when it works for them to go hang out and just hang out. Going to Alex Nashley's this weekend, going to baseball games. That is using the time and cherishing it. And if you do it for me, if you do it and use it wisely, first thing you know, there's more smiles happening. Okay. Number three, community. My community was school. And I'm very fortunate. A lot of the people I stay connected with at school, even 2 years out, over 2 years since I've been in the classroom, there will be connections. And I'll be honest, there are a couple that I thought we were really good friends and we are not in contact as much or at all now. And obviously, they were work friendships. There are other friendships that have blossomed that have continued and gotten deeper. And we have like next week, we're getting together for a pub crawl and just hang out and tell stories and reconnect. That community is there. But I've got a whole new community out there needing to be tapped into or that's been there that I haven't been able to tap into because of the time element. Like Bron and Slajana. Bron and I, we exchange barbecue. We try to do smoking and barbecue recipes and exchange a little appetizer tray back and forth. We call it the barbecue tray of summer. They just said, "Hey, if it works, let's get together on the patio and hang out, have a couple drinks and chat." They have two kids. Their life is very busy. We were like, "Yeah, let's do it when it works." And we got together a couple Saturdays ago. We hung out for over 3.5 hours. It was just tiptoeing to midnight. And they've got kids. They've got to get up in the morning, but they are part of our new community and they're half our age. The other thing with community that I need to work on is reaching out into new groups. I am part of a makerspace. I want to be more present to meet new people. There's a church group that keeps reaching out to me, and I'm a little reluctant because it's something new and unnerving. And my uncle, um, I got to follow his Dale. You and your wife, and you told me how you go to a new town or go somewhere and you go hang out at the cafe or whatever the local breakfast place and you mingle and meet and talk to new people. I'm so incredibly proud of you. It makes me nervous because I'm a bit of an introvert, but I think I know I have to do something like that to build my new community. And your old community, um, friends in town, Brian. Um, I golf with my kids, and I'm going to be golfing with my brother today. I am not a good golfer. I don't love to golf, but I enjoy golfing with the people I care about. He has worked with me on my swing. He is an incredible, he knows golf. His kids know golf. They're very good at golf. And yes, he was teaching me to modify and adapt my swing to this age, not swinging like I'm 20. And in the process, we talk about each other's families, we catch up, and the golf lesson has turned into a community of its own. So, new old communities are important in retirement and build smiles. Take those three. Now, when you're actually in your community, with your peeps, with your friends, with your family. Be present. So many retired people I'm with have this need to tell their story, which is important, but listen to the other story. And this is something I've had to work on my whole life. I have struggled with when I meet someone new. I'm horrible with names and and I've tried so many strategies. So if it's someone that I'm going to be connected with for quite a while, I really listen and listen to their story because I want to remember the story. On the other hand, if it's someone that is a quick acquaintance, I don't think about their name as much. I don't think about their story. I'm just in casual conversation and I'm not as present. Be present, listen. It works the brain. And when you listen and you sincerely care, it puts smiles on the people's faces you're with. And your relevance just grows. There's a big relevance piece there. But being present, just part of the, as I told you, this is connected to the fish philosophy. Boom. And being there, making their day. But be present, make eye contact, and listen. All of this, relevance, time, community, and being present, puts smiles on the face. And it brings me to this is just my number 5, next smile mindset. I am trying to be more present and be and carry myself to make contact with people on a walk, in Target, at the grocery store, have light eyes, not grumpy eyes, and greet people. and accept that next smile because you never know when it's going to be there and you never know when your smile is needed by someone else. So, those are my 5 things, and I'm still working on them. My 5 things to get smiles in retirement. And I'm taking baby steps. It's a beautiful, weird, bizarre journey. My friends, you've heard me say that many times before. And I hope you can take 1 or 2 of these and use in your life and put a smile on your face because if it's on your face, it's going to put a smile on someone else's, someone else that cares about you. Thanks so much for hanging out. I would love to hear your go-to smile tools so that in retirement or in life that you use, that you connect, that puts a smile on your face. Until next time, keep smiling.
Smiling things we all can share.